Hey everyone, what is going on? So I have another video for you today in the Open Great League. I did these battles on stream, and this was suggested to me by a trainer who just hit Legend with this team, and I tried it and it did pretty well. So I have a 5-roll here. I'll probably continue to try the team, but the Weather Cup is beginning, or has begun by the time you're watching this. So I'm probably going to be playing the Weather Cup to get some videos out for that. But yeah, let me know how you're doing this season. I personally am struggling, not going to lie. I keep on bouncing back and forth between the 26 and 2700s. I broke into the 2800s twice, and then I dropped. It's been tough for me this season, but I know I'll still make it. We still have plenty of time. But the team is Obstagoon, Lantern, and Trevenant. So as you saw, I caught a Sky Attack there. I was comfortable catching that Sky Attack because the Noctowl is pretty low. So my opponent is going to go ahead and throw an attack. I'm just going to let it go. They did charge up for foul play, and it will be a foul play, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Surf Bait right now, see if my opponent wants to shield. I was thinking maybe they would shield this one, and my opponent does shield, so I do get a shield there. And I know this is a power-up punch, and I know it doesn't KO me, so I'll be able to land my Thunderbolt, and I don't anticipate a shield. Because my opponent already shielded. So I'm going to go ahead and safely throw this Thunderbolt. This Thunderbolt is going to connect. Very nice. So down I go. I don't want to bring in the Obstagoon because I am double weak to Scraf these counter attacks. I want to farm this down so bad. So I'm going to go ahead and shield and hope that they throw the foul play right now. But no, my opponent baits. Good bait. Good bait indeed. But I'm still able to farm down. Very nice. So Reggie still is coming in, and my opponent makes a beautiful catch into the Noctowl. So props to you, my friend. Good catch. But they shield anyway, so I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out, try to get the Noctowl down, and Trevenant should be able to beat that Registeel, but my opponent just concedes there. So that is going to be a good game, well played. Moving on, okay, picking up a pretty good matchup. Trevenant still has play here, right? I mean, the Shadow Close are triple resisted, but the Seed Bombs, I mean, 3 Seed Bombs KO me. But I still win this matchup, so it's still a good matchup for me. But it's not like Trevenant has zero play. Look, I mean, another Seed Bomb will get me pretty low, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this Night Slash right now to get him some damage. One will not be enough to KO, unfortunately. I don't throw right there because I knew it would be a CMP tie, and if I'm not mistaken, Trevenant wins CMP. Let me know if I'm... Actually, let me know if I'm wrong. Obstagoon is going to go ahead and throw this attack, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this attack right now. This is going to be enough to KO. My opponent will let it go. I do get a boost. You'll love to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw another Night Slash into the Lantern. And this is going to get the shield because of my boost. Come on, one more. I do get one more, and I am boosted, and I am able to make it. So very nice. Getting us some pretty good damage there. So I do go down. We are up a shield. I'm looking really good. I bring in Trevenant, and my opponent will concede. So yeah, looking good for me, but obviously I don't know what's in the back. But my opponent did not feel comfortable in that game. Good game. Good game. So I'm going to go ahead and move into the next battle. Skarmory in the lead. Okay. This is not a terrible matchup. Obviously, I prefer Lantern on this Skarmory, but it's not terrible for the Obstagoon. So I'm going to go ahead and, throw my attack right now. And, you know, a lot of times the Skarmory is a rare Pokemon nowadays, in my opinion. But a lot of times they do charge up back-to-back, or at the very least, charge up to the Brave Bird. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to catch on the back-to-back. When they add 2 attacks, and I do actually catch on my Lantern. So I'm going to take this attack. I knew it would be a Sky Attack. I knew they wouldn't Brave Bird, but that's fine. I'll come Swamp it. So I'm going to be able to throw this attack. And it's not like my opponent can go for Hydro Cannon, because if they do, I resist it and I survive. So if they wanted to go for Hydro Cannon, they would still have to charge up for the Earthquake, but they're actually going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake. But I'm just going to let it go. I do have Trevenant in the back. Earthquake will be enough to knock me out, but that's fine. Gonna wait out that switch time. So I do bring in my Trevenant. This is gonna be another Hydro, but from a Shadow Swamp, it still does a lot of damage. Look at that damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw, because if I went for the farm down, I would have had the shield. And I am expecting a Sableye in the back or a Drapion, because a lot of times that happens to be what it is. So I'm going to bring in my Obstagoon right now, and Obstagoon is going to go ahead and throw this Night Slash. Very nice. Can I get to another one? My opponent is farming up. My opponent does throw. Now, I figured this would be a foul play, but I'm still going to go ahead and protect my Obstagoon. And it was a foul play. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious foul play, but still. I'm going to go ahead and throw this attack right now. This is going to be enough to pick up that shield, and CMP tie. I could shield this one up. It's definitely going to be another foul play. I do shield it. It is a foul play. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this attack right now. Now I am out of shields. I know that Scummy has another Sky attack, so I switch out immediately to try and catch it on the Trevenant. I expected them to try and combo play until the Sky attack ASAP, and that's what happens. So I do bring in my Obstagoon to farm down, and I'm going to be able to get off this attack, the Night Slash, into the Sableye. So my opponent will concede that game, and that's going to be a beautiful game. Very well played to my opponent. Moving on, Obstagoon into Registeel. Okay, so generally speaking, this is not bad, but you also have to keep in mind Focus Plus KOs me, right? But I have the Trevenant for that later, so my opponent actually brings in the Sableye, so I don't have to switch out of this, because this is a good matchup for me, or a decent matchup. I mean, Return would still do a lot, and as I said, Trevenant against that Registeel is still fine. I resist all the moves. I do correctly shield the Return, so that's good. I didn't think my opponent would bait there that time. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this attack right now. I am keeping track of energy. So very nice. And I throw another one because I knew my opponent would get to a return if I went for the farm down. So I decided to just get rid of the Sableye. And we'll see what comes in. No way that Registeel's going to come in, right? So let's see what decides to come in from my opponent. It is going to be that Registeel. Okay, my opponent wants to get off a Focus Blast, which would, to be fair, KO me. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Cross Chop right now. And because they put in Registeel, I'm actually going to commit a shield here. Because I know I want to, obviously I know this would KO me, and if Obstagoon does well against whatever's in the back, I'm going to go ahead and commit that shield, even though I'm down 2 shields. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Cross Chop, and it's a zoom out. Okay, missed that catch, but I bring in Lantern right now, and my opponent will concede, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Obstagoon into Trevenant, looking pretty good. I like the Trevenant lead with Obstagoon, because Lantern gets to avoid it, right? So looking pretty good. Again, for some reason, let me know if I'm wrong. I was thinking Trevenant wins CMP. If I'm wrong, as I said, let me know. That's why I wasn't throwing right away. But out comes Obstagoon, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my Cross Chop right now. This was a mistake. I should have went into Trevenant immediately instead of throwing that Cross Chop. I should have saved all that energy. I should have saved all that energy for the Trevenant and went into this my Trevenant right away, because my Trevenant, of course, is resisting all the moves unless they have Flash Cannon. It's resisting everything from Registeel. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Shadow Ball right now, picking up that shield, and my opponent will get to an attack. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this because this will be enough to KO. So I'm going to match shields. I do get double debuff because that debuffs me again. So I got hit with that debuff twice. Because I'm double debuffed, I didn't think Seed Bomb would KO, but maybe, even if it couldn't, maybe I could have Shadow Claw down. I didn't want to risk it, so I just threw the Shadow Ball. But that's fine. Out comes Trevenant. I'm going to be able to throw my Shadow Ball into the Trevenant. Even though I'm double debuffed, this will do a lot of damage. So probably picking up the shield, and I do pick up the shield. I still have the Obstagoon, and my opponent will go ahead and throw an attack. I didn't throw it right away because I was wondering if they would try and catch. So that's fine. So I do throw, that was, I guess that was a CMP, so Trevenant, I guess, does win CMP, okay. Probably should know some of these, but Glorious stuff is coming in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is throw the Cross Chop and then switch into Lantern. So Cross Chop is super effective. Going into my Lantern, my opponent is out of shields. I do survive an Earthquake, so I'm not going to shield the first one just in case it's a bait. Spoiler warning, it's not a bait. They do go straight for it, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to let it go. And I know they can't farm me down before I get to another Surf. So what I'm going to do is let them throw a Rock Slide. Well, if I got to the... I guess I would have thrown if I got to it. But, yeah, let them throw this Rock Slide, KO me. I can farm down with my Obstagoon and then go for the Night Slash against the Trevenant and take that game. So, yes, it's going to be enough to KO that opponent. Yes, it's going to be a 5-0. So you love to see it. So really well done. Really well played to all my opponents. Yeah, as I said, bouncing back and forth. Once I get mid-27 to high 2700s, I just drop right back down to like high 2600s. Can't escape it, but I will eventually, and that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye.